All right, good morning and happy Sunday to everybody. This is David Mailer, your Man on Fire mentor. And one of the common things that a lot of the men share with me that they're struggling with in their relationship is that their partner, their wife, their lady, their queen, feels as though they work too much and it's creating a strain on the relationship. And this is perplexing for a man because we've been raised, at least most of us have been raised, to feel that we have to provide and we have to protect. And that's our job as a man, to make sure that there's food on the table, to make sure that there's shelter, to make sure that we take care of the family, to make sure that we can, put the kids through school. And this is inherent inside of every man innately and through condition, that we want to be able to, at the very least, provide and protect. So we will do whatever it takes and we will work as long as it takes in order to be able to do this for our significant other. And it's a dilemma because then the man is wondering, well, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I'm busting my butt to do everything I have to do to provide for this family. I'm confused as to, or frustrated would probably be a better word, as most men feel frustrated when their partner feels that they're not giving them enough time. And so the invitation that I want to offer to the men that are listening to this, and as a reminder, this is never about blame, this is never about fault. I certainly understand as a man how important it is for us to feel as though we can provide and protect for our family. But I think what I want to invite most of you into hearing, that maybe nobody has ever pointed this out to you, this is a possibility, is that it's not so much that your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, that she's asking for more quantity of time, she's asking for more quality of time. And she wants to know that when you are putting work down, when you do get home from work, when you do get home from whatever business trip you're on, have you left enough energy in the tank for her and for the family? Can you be present? Because in another one of my videos where I talk about the 5 P's that are required in every successful relationship, providing and protecting are the easy ones. Or not, said differently, they're not even easy, but those are the 2 that we know how to do as a man. We haven't learned how to be present, how to bring our presence, and how to create penetration, emotional and spiritual penetration within the relationship. You can go back and watch one of those videos. But what I'm getting at here is that because we give so much effort into our job as men, we very often burn out and we don't leave enough gas in the tank to come home with presence. So a lot of us will come home and you want to kick back on the couch, you want to put on some TV, some sports, maybe drink a beer, maybe scroll through your phone, maybe play a video game, and your significant other is wondering, well, if you have energy to do those things, why don't you have energy to give to me? Why can't you be present with me? Why can't you be present with the kids? Why is it that you've leaked all of your energy towards work and towards these other things, but are we not important enough for you? And this is where the frustration comes in for a man. And we are going to have to, as men, learn, how do we find that healthy balance of being able to serve our mission, serve our purpose, be able to provide, be able to protect, and at the same time leave enough gas in the tank in order to fuel the thing that matters most, which is our relationship. So this is a conscious invitation to the guys that are listening to this to learn how to navigate and learn, where do you want your focus going? And can you leave enough energy in your own tank? Can you take care of yourself? Can you eat healthy enough? Can you exercise enough? Can you be vital enough so that when you do come home from work, you've left enough vitality in your own body, in your own mind, in this vessel, this sacred vessel? Have you left enough for your wife and for your children? And if this is something that you want to learn more about and how do you do things like this, I would offer you guys an invitation to check out our workshop that we're doing on July 24th. It's a 7-hour virtual workshop I'll be leading on Zoom, and it is called Reclaim Her Heart, and you can get registered at reclaimherheart.com. And these are the type of things that we'll be discussing of, how do we decode the language of a woman? How do we show up in our most authentic self, in our most congruent self, that version of us that's fully aligned with our soul and who we signed on to be with our Creator? And how do we show up powerfully in our relationship while living with passion, living with power, and living on purpose as a man, which is so vital. Now, one last little thing that I want to share with you guys about this, and here's an invitation to go a little bit deeper on what I'm sharing. So, for example, I have hundreds of men who have come through my Man on Fire program and that are in our year-long journey called our Inner Chamber. And one in particular, he had shared with us recently that after his wife gave birth to their second child and he went to the hospital, within an hour, he returned back to work. And he discovered, 15 to 17 years later in the marriage, that she felt betrayed by him. She held on to this upset. And in his mind, he was thinking, well, we already had one child. I was there for the entire birth. I took off from work. And this time, I know that our baby was born healthy and our whole family was there. And I felt like my wife was fully protected and fully supported by the rest of the family. So I'm going to do the thing that I'm great at, the thing that I know how to do best. I'm going to get back to work. But what he discovered at our 4-day immersion, our live events that we do, it's our signature event. What he discovered, like so many of us men, including myself, is that we are so terrified to feel like we're failing. We are so terrified to feel like we're not good enough that we will go to great lengths to avoid feeling that way. So what I mean by this is that he somehow had it invisibly and unconsciously wired that if I don't get back to work, everything at work is going to fall apart. The company is going to fall apart and it's going to go from millions to zero overnight. And I got to get back to work because if I'm not at work, I can't manage stuff. If I can't manage stuff, stuff falls apart. If stuff falls apart, then the company makes no money. If the company makes no money, then I have no money. If I have no money, then I can't take care of my family. I can't take care of my wife. I can't take care of my kids. So what's the point of me living? I'm unworthy. I'm unlovable. I can't even provide for my own family. So I got to get back to work, right? Send me some comments. Give me some fire signs. Give me a thumbs up if you could totally relate to what I'm saying. This is how we're wired. We are so obsessed with getting back to work. And honestly, if we're really honest with ourselves, how many of those hours at work are really productive? I mean, a lot of them are just, we're using them as a form of pain management, right? We're at work thinking we're working, but we're not necessarily working, but we feel good about ourselves because at least we're doing something where we think we're providing for our family. The problem is then we come home and we're drained. We don't have enough energy to give to the thing that's most sacred to us, which is our wife, our significant other, our family. So if you're enjoying an inquiry into looking at these types of things and you want to learn how to bring more passion and trust and love into your relationship, no matter where it's at, whether it's in a great place and you want to get it to an extraordinary and phenomenal place, whether you feel like the relationship is on the rocks, whether you think that she has 1 foot in the door or 1 foot out the door, maybe you have 1 foot in the door or 1 foot out the door. Maybe you're sleeping in separate bedrooms, maybe you're already separated, maybe there's been an affair. No matter what the situation is, this workshop on July 24th called Reclaim Her Heart, you can get registered below at reclaimherheart.com, will absolutely provide more insights and will help us as men. There'll be over 1,000 of us on this workshop where we will learn together, we'll cry together, we'll laugh together, we'll yell together. It'll be very visceral, it'll be very primal, there'll be lots of emotions, and it'll be a very sacred space that's being held for men. All right, guys, have a beautiful Sunday. Nurture, refill your love tank. Make sure you're filling your significant other's love tank. Make sure you find that healthy balance between work and family, and know that you can still provide, you can still protect, you can still bring that presence and be present and bring emotional and spiritual penetration to your relationship. It's your Man on Fire mentor, David Mailer, saying God bless, and I'll see you guys shortly. Much love.